Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to talk about my override from hell, as you can see from the title. So this happened on December from last year, so December 2017, but actually the whole story started way before that, because last year was one of the worst years of my life. I hated it. I just wanted it to be over. And a lot of things happened, a lot of bad things happened, and I actually was suffering from anxiety, and my anxiety it was getting unmanageable. Is that a word? I don't know, but it was way too much for me. And by October I was feeling pretty bad. I was feeling incredibly dizzy, and by December it got much worse. It was so bad. I really couldn't be outside on the street by myself because I will get a panic attack, or I will just feel really dizzy that I had to sit down and just try to breathe. Everything became harder. Thinking became harder, walking became harder. Everything was but I got an opportunity that month to work for a school, and I had to take some pictures. And I thought that's amazing because I needed money, because I didn't have like a job. I used to have one, but I got fired, and oh boy, that's another story, another whole story, and yeah, I might talk about that one too. Anyway, and it was a lot of work that I had to do. I had to take about 600 to 700 pictures, and I had to edit them and print them and then glue them to these Christmas cards. It was a lot of time, and I got there for an interview, and I just simply thought that I didn't get the job because weeks went by, and then they finally called me and told me, oh yeah, like, are you still available? But by that time I only had 2 weeks left to do all of that, to take 600 to 700 photos, edit them, just crop them, leave them super pretty, print them, and just glue them, and just do all of that work 2 weeks, and just by myself. And I was already feeling really bad, but I thought, I need this money for medication, I need this money to just go see a doctor, I need the money. So I took it, and it was my hair, and it was a mistake. I felt like they paid me, but not as much as, I worked too much for so little. It felt stupid, and I just put myself at risk because I was feeling worse and worse and worse. And like I said, I couldn't be on the street by myself, and whenever I was working I was just feeling so bad, and I just kept repeating to myself, just breathe, everything's going to be fine, just don't faint, because I felt weak, I felt dizzy, and I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to drop it and be like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I just can't, because I'm feeling bad. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't think, I can't do anything, and I don't know how I'm going to finish this work. But it was so late in the game that they just couldn't find anyone else. They found me, but it was pure luck. And I knew that if I didn't, deliver, they just weren't going to hire me again, and all these kids were going to be really disappointed because all of them wanted their photos. And so I pushed through, kind of, but like I said, I had to move in Uber all the time. I had to arrive there in Uber and go back home in Uber because I just couldn't walk. And the last day I went, I got paid a little bit. I was going to return later to get the full payment, but that day I got paid part of what I was owed. And I thought, you know what, this is good, this is what I work for, I deserve something to make me feel a little bit better. And I really like makeup, and there were a few stores like nearby that school, and I thought, I'm going to walk there, I'm going to buy something, even just a lipstick, I don't care, I want something out of this. I want to feel like, I don't know, like I got something nice out of it. And so I dared to leave the school and walk outside, and it was incredibly overwhelming. I felt again so very dizzy, so very confused, and I just kept repeating to myself, just breathe, don't faint, just focus on what you want to do, just buy whatever you want and you can leave. So I actually bought some eyeshadow, and all I needed was to walk to the bus. I thought, I can do it, it's okay, I just need to walk to the bus and that's it, like I will be home and I will be fine. But that didn't happen. I started to get this panic attack, and for a moment I thought I was going to faint. There was a store and I entered the store just so I wouldn't be outside, and I actually had a little bit of medicine with me, but I took it. It really wasn't helping that much. And actually my mom, like, her job was about 4 blocks from where I was, but that day she wasn't there, lucky me. And I just didn't know what to do, and I thought, okay, I'm in a very busy street, there's a lot of traffic, and the Uber won't be able to just park here to pick me up, because by then just taking a bus was out of the question. I just couldn't do it, I knew that, and I wasn't going to push myself to do something that I couldn't do again. So I walked 2 streets to what? I forgot the name. I walked 2 blocks to another street, a less busy street, to wait there for an Uber, all while in the middle of a panic attack. So again, I was just trying to breathe, I was just trying not to faint. And when I reached that point, it was actually the outside of a mall, but it's pretty small and not a lot of people go in, and again that street wasn't super busy. So I just sat on the steps to the entrance to the mall, and I just called for an Uber, and it said it was actually 10 minutes away, and I just didn't know what to do. I had to wait. It was either that or I don't know, like there was no choice. I just had to wait there. So I called for it. I said, okay, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna wait. And I was just sitting there, and I think I must have looked pretty bad, because everyone was just looking at me like, what is wrong with her? I don't know how I looked, I have no idea, but everyone that walked by were just like, okay, like what happened? But anyway, and then 5 minutes went by, 7 minutes went by, 10 minutes went by, 15 minutes went by, and I just checked the Uber, and the app told me that the driver was actually at the same place it was before. It hadn't moved at all. That's when I thought, I can't wait any longer, like it hasn't even moved. So I don't know how long it's going to take for it to actually get to me, if the driver is eventually actually coming to get me. So I canceled it, and I actually walked from there to my mom's shop that was now like 3 blocks away, and I thought, it doesn't matter if she's not there, but I want to wait in a place that I know a little bit better. I just wanted to feel as safe as possible, because again the panic attack was still happening. So I walked there, it felt horrible, I just wanted to cry, I just wanted to curl up in a ball and just cry, but I couldn't. I needed to get out of there. So I walked to my mom's job. I sat outside. There's like a garden or something and a little benches, so I sat there, called for another Uber, and that one was going to get there in like 8 minutes, and I thought, okay, this is gotta be it, I'm going to be fine. Again, just breathe, stay calm, and just focus on something. I think I started watching my phone, browsing, I don't know, Facebook, 9gag, I don't know. And then I finally saw the Uber coming, and I saw the plate. I'm awful at recognizing cars and cars brands, so what I do is just memorize the plate, and when it was coming I saw that the plate was right, but then I just couldn't stand or anything super quickly because I was super dizzy. So the Uber drove past me and parked just a few meters from where I was, but it didn't have a back plate, and I thought it was very suspicious, and the car wasn't super new or super clean, and you know, like over cars have to be really really clean, they have to look nice, and that one didn't, and it didn't have the back plate, so I didn't know what to do. I thought it was very very weird for it not to have that plate, but like I said, I just couldn't be there anymore. Like I just felt pretty sick and I just wanted to get out of there, but I didn't want to get into a weird car even if it was from Uber, but you know, I didn't have the plate, so I wasn't sure. And so I had to choose between just take that Uber that was there that looked super sketchy, or just cancel it and wait for another one. And I just didn't know how long it was going to take. I didn't know like how I was going to feel 5 minutes from there, because I kept feeling so bad. And I thought, you know what, just take that Uber, everything is going to be fine. So I stood, went by the car, who actually the driver had already called me, but I didn't want to answer because actually just phone calls make me anxious, and then just answer that call from that car that I didn't know if it was, you know, legit or not. It just made me feel so much worse. But anyway, and when I got closer and looked at the driver to say, hi, I'm sorry, I didn't see your plates, I wasn't sure if it was the car. And when I said that to him, he looked nothing like the picture. So the back plate wasn't there, and the guy looked nothing like the guy in the picture. So now I just didn't know what to do. I had no clue, but I had already talked to him, and he said, oh yeah, I know, like it got stolen or something like that, but I have the paperwork in here, just don't worry. And I just thought, I'm going to freaking die, right? Either if I stay here or either if I get in the damn car. So what I did was actually, you know, I'm going to be brave, everything's going to be fine, just get in the car. And I did. And by then my hands were shaky, my whole body was shaky, and I was just so nervous, like I could feel the adrenaline in my head, and it's a very weird feeling, but I was feeling it, and I just didn't know what to do. So I started talking to the guy, who obviously saw that I wasn't right. I don't know what he thought, honestly. I must have looked crazy or scared, or I don't know. So I just started talking to him so he will notice, he will see that I was human, like please don't kill me. I'm sitting right here, I'm just a normal person, please don't hurt me. And I don't even know what I was talking about. I just remember just keep talking to him, just let him know you are a human being and you don't want to be murdered. And yeah, the whole way was like us talking, although I never knew what he was answering back to me. I wasn't paying any attention, I couldn't hear well at that point, I just didn't know. I just thought, I just want to get home, I just want to get home, please, I just want to be home. And it was actually a short ride, kind of. It lasted about 15 to 20 minutes, the longest 20 minutes of my life, almost. And when I finally got there, like I almost cried. I don't know, I had this feeling, I just felt incredibly overwhelmed and happy and sick and nauseous and nervous, anxious, just everything. Got out of the car and he just left. And you know that sometimes the car, the driver waits there for you to open your door and get inside, whatever. But this driver just left and the whole street was empty, and I got really nervous. I couldn't find my keys and I thought, oh god, I can't be here outside, everything looks so lonely and deserted. Like I don't know, just that fact made me feel so bad. And then I finally got to open the door and went inside, and I just cried. I don't remember if I cried actually, but I think I did. And it's not like the panic attack just left my body the moment I entered my house, because I was still feeling like shit, but now I felt like I was in a safe environment, a bird. And I don't know, it was just so weird, and by weird I mean horrible. And I just laughed, and I was just happy that I was home and that I was alive, because I thought I was going to die or I was going to get murdered. And I can pronounce that word very well, but I hope that you know what I mean. And yeah, actually the guy from the Uber was really nice, although he gave me a really weird look, maybe because again I was feeling bad and probably looking like shit. But yeah, he was nice, and actually and he actually told me that he shared that car, that Uber, with his brother. So I think maybe his brother was the guy from the photo. I have no clue. All I care about is just that I was alive and that I was back in my house. And yeah, that is my story, and I hope it was, if anything, a little bit entertaining for you. All that I want to achieve with this is just to practice my English and my pronunciation, and I hope I will be getting better in future videos, and I will be making more story times if you're interested. And I don't know if you're watching this, or I don't know if anyone is watching this, because I literally have no subscribers. But anyway, if you did, and if you stuck, and if you just reached this point with me, the end of this video, thank you for listening, and I hope that you just have had better experiences with Uber or with anxiety in general. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good idea to talk about my job, the one that I had. Yeah, it was a thing. Anyway, thanks for listening, thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you later. Bye.